Okay, in this packet, you don't have a heck of a lot to do that you need to do on your own. There's just a few parts. First, I want to review some. I'm going to give you this sheet, too. This will help you as you're going through solving inequalities, okay? First off, you can only have a single x. You have it right here. Like I'm talking about on a problem like this, there's two different x's, okay? Here, there's just a single x right there, so we're good. Now, circle the multiply or divide part if there is one. Your x is multiplied by -3. I want you to circle that. And you have to ask yourself a question. Do you have a negative in that circle? If it's yes, you need to flip the sign. If it's no, you don't flip the sign. Now you solve it, which you're pretty good at. Okay, you just need to divide by -3. And it says keep it lined up. Here's what I mean by that. Line up the symbol, put your x on the side it's on, and then 6 divided by -3 is -2, but then come down here because you know that the sign is flipped. So -2, circle, fill it, and then does it open towards x or open towards a number? It's opening towards our number, so we're going to go this way. So that means all the possible values for x are this way, -3, -4, -5, anything that way. Okay, you can only have a single x, which you do. Circle the multiplication part or divide part if there is one. So here's where the x is at. Okay, it is being multiplied by -2. Now, do you have a negative in that circle? Yep. Okay. So if you do, you need to flip the sign. Now solve it, keep it lined up. So you need to subtract 4, keep that sign lined up. -2 times x is on this side. -10 minus 4 is -14, and then I divide by -2. Keep that lined up. We got x and 7, and the sign we knew was going to switch. So 7, circle. It opens towards the number. When it does that, it goes this way again. So x can be any number that's less than 7. Okay, 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 7x minus 14. You can only have a single x. Well, you got two of them, okay? So mark the smaller one, and we're going to get rid of that. Now, to get that 2 to become a 0, we'd have to subtract. Like that, okay? Then line up your symbol, and you have 5 on that side. 7 minus 2 is 5x minus, I'm gonna switch that 14 to a 15 because I want to, minus 15. Okay. Now circle the multiplication divide part if there is one. Okay, so this is where the x is at. It has multiplication. I circle that part. Is there a negative in the circle? No, there's not, so don't flip the sign. Keep it the same. Okay, then solve it. Keep it lined up as you're solving for the x. Again, you got to do that step at the beginning because you have to simplify it so x is there just one time. So we got 20 and then 5 dot x, and then we divide. Kind of running out of space here. Okay. So x is on this side. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Sign did not flip. Okay, so it opens towards the x this time, so it's going to go that way. So x can be any number as long as it's bigger than 4. Okay, we can only have a single x, which we do. It's right there. Circle the multiplier divide part if there is one. So we have division, so circle that part. Do you have a negative in the circle? Yes, so you have to flip the sign. Okay, solve, keep it lined up. You just have to do the opposite of divide by -2, which is times by -2. Keep it lined up. Put the x where it's at, and on the other side, you got to take 10 times -2. That's -20. Then we're good to go, but we got to fill in the end because the sign did switch. circle, and it opens towards X, so it's going to go that direction there. Okay, now when there are two symbols right there and right there, you need to make your table. I showed you how to do these last week. So on one side, I write that with -7 and then 3x plus 2. Now on the other side, we put our symbol and we put 3x plus 2 on one side and 20 on the other. Now I solve these separately using these rules. You won't have to worry about that because you have x just one time. Circle the multiplication or dividing part if there is one. So here's the x, it's multiplied by 3. Do you see a negative in that circle? Nope. So we keep the sign the same. Then you solve it. Keep it lined up though. 3x is here, -7 minus 2 is -9. Divide by 3, and we have x, -9 divided by 3 is -3. Okay, I'll graph that here in a bit, but I'm going to go to the other side now. Here's the x, circle the multiplication part. Yep, you've got a +3. There's no negative in there, so leave it the same, and then solve it. Just keep it lined up as you're solving, okay? Like 3x has to be lined over here, 20 minus 2 is 18. So we have x, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. So the two numbers I have are -3 and 6. Okay, it's opening towards the x here, so it's got to go this way. Here it's opening towards the number, so it goes back the other way. And then we just combine them. So x can be any number from here to here. Okay, two more. You got two inequalities, so you're going to make your table again. This is the word or, though. So on one side I go -3x plus 2, -7. On the other side, we're going to put x plus 6, -3. Okay, here's where the x is at. I want you to circle the multiplying or dividing part if there is one. So x has multiplied by -3. There's a negative in that circle. Yes, flip the sign. Solve, but keep it lined up. So -2, -2. -9, now divide, got x and 3, remember fill this in because we did flip it, okay, sign did switch. Okay, circle the multiplier divide part if there is one. Well, there isn't one, okay, and if there isn't one, the sign's going to stay the same. You just have to subtract 6. So I didn't circle anything there because it didn't have that side did not have any multiplication or division operation. So yeah. So we have x, -9. Okay, so I have +3 and -9. So -3 circle opens towards the x, so it's going this way. Opens towards a number, so it goes this way. Okay, so x can be any number that way or that way, but it wouldn't be able to be anything in the middle. It's like the opposite of what's going on there. Okay, now I got some story problems I had you work on last week. I have 120 yards of fence to put around a rectangular deer plot. The length of the plot is 25 yards. Okay, so when it gives us the length, okay, or hold on, we'll keep reading the problem. Write and solve an inequality that can be possible widths of the deer plot. So which inequality would I use? Well, it says have, so have, we use that one. How much do you have? You have 120, okay? So cross that out, you don't have to worry about it. Now they also tell us the length of the plot's 25 yards, so get rid of these L letters and put 25, okay? Now, we have to put fence around all four sides. So you have two of each, okay? You have 2 times 25 and then 2 times W. So 2 times 25 is 50 and 2 times W is just 2W. So you come over here and I usually put the 2W first or whatever the variable term is plus the 50. Now you solve it, okay? Instead of X you have W though. Here's a W, you have multiply by 2. Is there a negative in there? Nope, so we're not flipping the sign. So plus 50, you're going to minus 50, and that's 70. Then divide, remember to just keep lining up the sign until the W is by itself, and then fill it in. The sign never had to switch. Okay, then graph it. Does it open towards the number or the letter? Well, it opens towards a number, so it's going that way. Okay, and then we also did one like this. A salesperson has a goal of raising $500. They sell necklaces for $5 each and bracelets for $7.50 each. They have already sold 50 necklaces but have run out of them. Write and solve an inequality that gives how many bracelets they need to sell to meet their goal. So which inequality do I need to use? It says we have to write and solve an inequality, but I got to know which inequality to start with, this one or this one. Well, it says goal, so we're going to start with this one because you can be greater than or equal to the goal. And your goal is 500, so cross out 500. And now it's dollars, so find me $2 amounts we have here. Well, they're going to be selling stuff for $5 and they're going to be selling stuff for $7.50. What are they selling for $5? They're selling the necklaces. Do we know how many necklaces there are? Yeah, 50. They're also going to be selling bracelets for $7.50. Do we know how many of those there are? Nope. So times, you can put a letter. I'm going to put X because that's what we're used to. So 5 times 50 is 250. 750 times X, we just write 7.50X. So I have 7.50X plus 250. And now we solve it. It's written. We set it up. Circle the multiplier divide part of that. You have multiplication there. Do you have a negative in there? Nope, so the sign lines up the same. Plus 250, you need to minus 250. So that would be 250. Over here we have 7.50 times X. Okay, and then line it up again, X here. Okay, you're going to write 34, okay, because you have to have a whole number for that, 34. So X, 34. Remember, now for the label, don't put a $sign on that label because it says how many bracelets, okay? So it wouldn't be a $sign, it's bracelets you just figured out. Now graph it, okay? This time it opens towards the letter, the X, so it's going to go this way. So 34 or more will meet your goal. Okay, now here's some stuff you're going to do on your own at the beginning. I'll have you pause the video. I want you to find the average of these numbers. Okay, it's really easy. You just add the numbers, but then you have to divide. After you add them, you have to divide by how many numbers there are. So there's 3 numbers. So first, you got to add them first, though. Okay. So 88 plus 96 plus 70 is 254. And then I take 254 divided by 3. 84.6 repeating. Okay, next problem. You have 4 numbers. So since we're going to add 4 numbers and find the average, we have to divide by 4 because there's 4 of them. $278. So I take 278 divided by 4, 69.5. Okay, now what are we going to divide by? Well, there's 5 numbers, so we're going to divide by 5. $392. 78.4. So divide by 6, okay. 450. 69.16 repeating. Okay, pause the video and do these 2 right here. This shouldn't take you too long. Those are pretty easy. After you're done, resume it. Now, this is why I had you do what I did, okay? You're going to actually apply what you just did to an algebra part. And goal is the circled word in all these. So my goal in science class is to earn an average score of 85% on my test, okay? So far I've scored 84, 96, 77, and 92. Write and solve an inequality for scores I can get on my next test to meet my goal. Okay? And my goal is 85. After you've established your goal, you can cross that out. Now, you need to write an expression for average, and you're going to come up here and show some work here. So, average is what you just found. You've scored 84 plus 96 plus 77 plus 92. But you're going to take another test. You haven't taken it yet, so you don't know what your score is. So you put plus X. Now, how many tests is that, including our X? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, here's what you do. You can't find the average yet because you don't know what that X is, okay? So you're going to line this up. You're going to put 5 on the bottom because you'd be dividing by 5. Then you're going to put your X because you don't know what you're going to get. But you're going to add the 4 you've already taken. $349. Now it's just a matter of solving it. Here's what you have to do, okay? Because I don't think I've made you solve one where it's lined up like this. Actually, I know I haven't. You have to parenthesize this part on top, okay? Because that's on one side of a fraction. That means that's in parentheses. That operation's in parentheses. In order to get rid of the parentheses, you can't do the rainbows. You can't multiply 5 because the 5 isn't here. It's down here. So here's what you do about that. The opposite of divide by 5 is times 5. So if I times 5, that can go away, but then I got to times the other side by 5. Now the parentheses can go away, and I have x plus 349. Now on the other side, I have 85 times 5, which is 425. Now all I have to do is subtract. I don't have to worry about the sign switching because we don't have multiplying or dividing. So 425 minus 349 is 76, okay? So to meet his goal and graph it down here, just put 76, and it opens towards the x, okay? So it would go that way. So you have to get 76 or higher on the next test for you to make your goal successful and getting in 85% in the class. Okay, example 2. In English class, my goal is to get a passing grade of average of 60 on my test. So far I've received scores of 45, 12, 50, and 70. Those aren't high scores. That's why he's struggling to pass the class. Write and solve an inequality of scores I could receive on my next test in order to meet my goal. So again, goal setting is greater than, we want 60. So remember how to do an average. It's add them up, divide by how many there are. So we have a 45 plus a 12 plus a 50 plus a 70. We're about to take another test plus x. That's 5 tests because you count the x. Well, we can't add them up because we don't know what x is. We can add some of them up, but just not the x. So on this side, my average, okay, I have my 5. X is what I'm trying to figure out, but I'm going to simplify by adding the tests I've already taken. I got 177. Okay, now go from here. We need to apply parentheses, but in order to get rid of it, you don't distribute the 5 because it's on top. Instead, you divide it by timesing, because then it goes away. So 65 times is 5 times is 300. X plus 177. You just subtract. You don't have to multiply or divide. That's why I'm not worried about the sign. 123. He has to get 123% on his next test to pass. I think he's in a lot of trouble. Okay. So it opens towards the x, goes this way. Most teachers don't even have enough extra credit for you to get 123%. So I think it's pretty well good given he's going to fail. In biology, I want to earn a test average of 80. So far, I've scored 75, 91, and 86 on tests. Write and solve an inequality of possible test scores I can receive and meet my goal. So my goal is 80. Okay, so we've scored 75 plus 91 plus 86. I'm going to take another test, which I don't know what I'm going to get on it. I'm trying to figure out what I'd have to get on that test. So that's 4 tests. We divide by 4. But I can't because I don't know what that x is. So I just line it up, trying to figure out my x, and then I add the tests I've already taken. $252. Okay, now we can solve, but you got to know the process for it. That's a parentheses when it's on top of a fraction like that. That operation is in a parentheses. We have to get rid of this 4. It's divided by 4, so what's the opposite of divide by 4? It'd be times 4. If you times 4, that goes away. Times 4 on the other side. So 80 times 4 is 320. You get x plus 252. $320 minus 252 is 68. So you have to get a 68 or higher to meet your goal. That's not unreasonable. Circle, fill it, and opens towards x, goes this way. So 68 going that way will meet your goal.